Hi guys, it's Mai here at the University of Edinburgh Business School, and today I'm joined by my classmate. Thank you guys so much for coming here today. In this video, I'll interviewing my classmates about basic topics like why you decided to pursue a master's degree, what is the real student life here in Edinburgh, and also their future plans. So if you're considering about studying abroad or doing masters, I hope this video gives you some tips and insights. Okay, so let's start with a quick introduction. Could you guys please tell us your name and where you're from, and also about a little bit about your work experience, because I know you guys had experience working at a company before. What kind of company you work for and how long, if you're comfortable sharing.
Do I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Vivian and I'm from Taiwan. My previous background is more in the education industry, where I majored in education for my undergrad, and then I was a teacher for a while, and also I had the experience of working in a language consultancy, which we provide language training for corporations for our clients. So that's my background.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mika Damayanti. I come from Indonesia. Before I come to Edinburgh to study my master, I work in Ministry of Finance in the training and education agency, and I work for around 15 years. Quite long. But my background in bachelor degree is like in accounting, and that is part of why I study master in international HR management in Edinburgh, that I want to gain some perspective about HR because my work is related to HR.
So my name is Dhriti. I come from Delhi, India, and I've had previous experience in the hospitality sectors, and post that in the same sector I was in the human resources and L&D, so almost like 8+ years of experience now. So yes, I came here to study international human resources management as well.
Hey everyone, my name is Katie. I am from the States, specifically Minnesota, since everyone asks. I have about 5 years of HR experience. I did about 1.5 years, 2 years in an HR call center, and then about 4 years in recruitment. So I did 1 year as a coordinator, and then about 2-3 years as an actual recruiter on like the early career side. I don't remember if I said it or not, but it was for bank and stuff. Okay, cool.
Thank you guys. Okay, so let's move to the first question. I'm also the one who's interested with this one. Why did you decide to pursue a master's degree, including any previous studies, experience, or a specific moment that influenced or inspired this decision? Because for me, I'm studying master's degree directly after I graduated my undergrad, and imagine myself having that stable career. I made my life shifting to become student from worker. I believe that is a huge decision to make. So is there any specific reason you guys choose to study masters?
Yeah, for me, because as I said, I previously worked as a teacher, and then I realized I don't really want to be a teacher in my whole life, so I really want to enter like the business side of the industry. However, with my education degree, I kind of figure out it's not enough for me to find a job, because people will kind of doubt you, like, you don't have any business background, why can you work here? So I kind of realized maybe it's time for me to pursue a master's degree and really get me into the business field.
For me, it is because I try to solve some problem in the pipeline or in the talent management program that I face it like maybe around 3 years, and I cannot find the solution about it, and I want to continue to like dig deeper about it, how to handle this certain problem through research. But I find myself that I don't have the capacity to do it in the HR realm. That's why I already tried like and I already have some certification in HR, and also become an assessor of assessment center, but I think it's not quite enough to do the research itself. So I research about how I do it, and it is, I think, in master degree I will find the tools how to solve this problem, and to research more about HR, and it's not specifically in Edinburgh. I look up into like the States and then also in Europe and also in some other countries like Australia, but I find that in UK particularly they have a strong academic background that pushed us or like encourage us to do research. So I want to continue master in the UK specifically because of that.
So mine was a very interesting story. So I was undergoing my MBA back in India, and we had a very small chapter in my last semester called International Human Resource Management, and that is when I got very intrigued by this part. And further, when I completed my MBA, I kind of researched more into it, and then I found out that some universities around UK, they have this IHRM as a subject. So that is when I wanted to pursue this subject, and of course, because University of Edinburgh gives you a 1-year degree program, so that is like super beneficial if you want to do it in between your work. And also doing another master's was a more kick-off for me.
Okay, so for me it was a little different. Ever since I was an undergrad, I knew I wanted to do my master's because my business degree was just leadership and management, so it was a little bit more broad. And then my other degree was Spanish linguistics, but that was just more of a for fun thing. And so at the time too, it was also a little bit normal, at least in the States, to like wait a couple of years before you get your master's to have some work experience. I was always telling myself, I was like, okay, before I'm 30, but after 25, I want to go back for my master's. And so it was last year, I was like, okay, I'm kind of like right in the middle of that. I'm ready to do something a little bit different and move. And like, I know I like HR, I want to stick with HR. So I started looking for other programs, and I really liked the idea of a 1-year master's degree. So here I am.
Okay, for the next question is, I think it relates to the first question, and some of you guys answered it already. Tell me, why did you choose your field of studying international human resource management?
For me, it's because in the HR, we have this one discipline called learning and development, as Triti mentioned earlier. And I just kind of realized the way that I can transfer to business is probably easier for me, because as an education undergrad student, if I can go to HR with the learning and development, it's pretty nice. And then also when I worked in the language consultancy, I realized I really like to do what HR is doing, not only about training, but also about how you give the service to your clients, how you manage people in the sector, and how you recruit people. Like, there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of what you need to know before you really enter the HR field. So that's why I choose to do HR.
So specifically, I didn't choose the international HR management in the first place. I chose only the HR management program. So when I know about there's an international one and not international one, I researched more about it, and I found that in the international HR management, you will have comparative studies about how to do HR in a different part of the world. That's why I chose the international one, and I didn't regret it. It's great.
I have a very similar reason to what Mika does. So I did not want my human resources knowledge to be very contained to a specific industry, organization, or specific country. I wanted it to be more globalized. So that is why I went in for this IHRM as a subject.
As a subject, I chose it again because I'm an international student, so I was like, I might as well do the international one, and I liked the classes a little bit more when I was comparing the HRM to IHRM.
So the next question is, why did you choose the University of Edinburgh? Because I think there's a plenty of like higher education in the UK. Why specifically in the University of Edinburgh?
For me at least, I always wanted to do my master's abroad ever since undergrad. I was like, I will leave the States, I want to do it. And then I really liked, kind of like I mentioned earlier, that it's a 1-year program. and a lot of the ones in the States are 2 years. So financially, it makes a little bit more sense for me to do my master's in 1 year, plus also I'll be able to return to the workforce a little bit sooner, which as much as I like being a student, I like being able to be done for the day and not have to think about, oh, I have to do this reading or this assignment. And then this university specifically, Scotland, why not? And then they had a lot of like societies that you could join. It was pretty close to the city center. They had good accommodation for student housing. Again, the programs looked good, and it was a high-rank school.
So I chose that because I feel, again, what you said, it has a good world ranking. This is one of the most recognized business schools in and around the world. And of course, it's a part of the Russell Group around UK. And it's Edinburgh. Why not?
So I choose Edinburgh because I particularly want to do some research about some problem in my organization. That's why I choose a university that allows me to do research, and that is, I think, only in some universities. One of them is Edinburgh. Why University of Edinburgh from all around the university in UK? I think it's the city and also the campus itself. It has a good ranking also, and also the professor here that really focus on leadership. That's what the major I want to dig more. So I choose University of Edinburgh, and it's beautiful and it's worth it.
For me, studying abroad is always my dream. I had an experience in Canada as an exchange student, and that's the turning point where I realized that I really want to study abroad properly for a degree. So that's why I choose to study abroad. And then the reason why I chose UK is because at that time when I decided to apply schools outside my country, I started to do some research regarding schools in the US and Canada and Australia as well, and also in the UK. But then I realized the UK itself is very friendly to not only international students but also for students who wants to transfer their career from one subject to another, because for a lot of schools in America or in Canadian schools, they prefer students who got the degree in their country, or they prefer students who have extent experience of that field. However, I'm none of them, so UK is one of the best fit for me. And then also regarding 1 year program, which is more efficient, and also for the fact that it's in Scotland, which also I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter, and Edinburgh is where Harry Potter is born, so that's the reason why, and also with the high ranking of the university.
So for the next one, is there any activities outside your studies you're joining right now?
Now I serve as a program representative with Tuti. What we do is basically collect the feedback from the students for the program, and then attend this meeting with our program directors and other program staffs to talk about what we are thinking of the program, what did well, what has a better way to do, that kind of stuff. And I'm also working as a resident assistant in my accommodation, where it saves me a lot of money on my accommodation. And what we do is basically run duties daily with collaboration with other RAs. And then we hold RA events monthly for our residents to join us and to form the community.
That's cool. As for me, right now, I have some roles. It is only involving with Indonesian community. The first is for the Muslim community here in Edinburgh, for Indonesian Muslim society. My role is the treasurer, and for other organization, it's called PPI, and then Mata Garuda. Mata Garuda is some kind of organization from the scholarship holder from Indonesia's endowment fund. Also, the State College Accountancy alumni who pursue their master or PhD in UK. I serve as the most of it is for public relation. So we also held some event right now in PPI Persatuan Pelajar Indonesia, so an organization for students of Indonesia abroad, particularly in Edinburgh. We held an event with Malaysian, Singapore, and then Thailand, and also Philippines. So it called SEA Games. We do some sports events together. The next event will be held in London by the Mata Garuda Indonesia. Introduce Indonesian culture to the society in the UK. So maybe if you are in the London in the next month, maybe you can attend.
Cool. Cool.
So I think Vivian has spoken a lot about our program representative role. So I have been doing my part-time over here. Also, I am a student ambassador at CIPD, so which is Chartered Institute of Personal and Development. It is one of the most recognized human resources body around the world. So yes, I'm a proud part of that. And yes, majorly taking part in and around whatever is going on within the cohort.
I'm also an ambassador as well with the CIP, so I do that kind of like was mentioned earlier. I am part of the university's salsa and bachata team, and then I'm on like their bachata performance team as well. And then I also just like to follow a bunch of the other societies that they have here. We have a business school like Women in Business, the General Business Society, just to see if they have any events that I can attend as well.
My gosh, you guys are so active that makes me like intimidated. Oh my gosh, I really admire you guys. Okay, thank you so much for that answer. Okay, let's move to the next question, like experiences in Edinburgh. I think I love this question, and I think it's fun to talk about this. What is the pros and cons of studying here in Edinburgh? I think we can start with the pros. Anything is fine.
The business school library is my favorite place to study and makes it super easy.
Which one is
The
it?
business school library.
The postgraduate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
same.
one. I love it. It's great.
This one
It's
is
right
business
next to a
school.
cafe.
I would say in Edinburgh, most places are very walkable and very friendly for everyone. Especially like you won't feel any like safety issue at all, especially at night. Because I know like in either like Western countries, a lot of places. Usually when it's at night, it's gonna be very dangerous. But here in Edinburgh, it's not that. I didn't feel it at all.
No, it's
for
very
me.
safe.
Yeah, it's pretty safe here. So like if you study here, you don't need to like worry about being robbed or like any dangerous thing happen. Like nothing's gonna happen on you. Yeah.
For me, the process here, like it's a very beautiful city, so it feels like you are in a holiday every day.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
And also about the halal foods and halal ingredients. Before coming here, I really have an anxiety, maybe like how will I eat? How will I find halal food or halal restaurant? But I think it's here in Edinburgh we can find so many halal butcher, halal shop, and then halal restaurant. So it's very convenient to live as a Muslim here in Edinburgh. And that what's great also is that the people here are very accommodating. And then I haven't found any major issue about like what they call like Islamophobia or something. They are very welcoming, and then we are everyone's darling here. Like, hello darling, how are you?
Yes, absolutely. Very friendly for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Edinburgh, if I talk about Edinburgh University specifically, it gives you such an all-round development. I don't think, we really have to think about any placements as such, because there are no major placements in UK universities. But our student development team, our faculty team, they give us such an overall development that once we step out, we are actually, in a great position to apply to jobs. We have more than enough networking sessions in the university that we connect with people and over LinkedIn. And also specifically if I talk about, I really like the Edinburgh Employability Awards, because it actually gives you a chance to introspect that what are your own skills that you wanted to develop. It is not something that others want us to develop. So I really like that concept, and I am a proud part of it. So yes, really looking forward to all of that.
Yeah, the student development team is like the best part in the business school, I would say. They offer so many different topics of the events, of the guest talks. We get to like attend almost every single one that if you are interested in. They're very open to everyone, and then I really like the concept of the Edinburgh Award as well, because like that is your motivation to pursue what you want to achieve, but not like they pressuring us to get that. So I would definitely recommend Edinburgh Award as well.
The development team is also really good for like resumes, CV, cover letter, interview help. I've used them a few times so far, and I find that really valuable.
Yeah, they really like put a lot of effort on equipping students like be prepared for the market instead of just treating you as a student, but more like want to be as much as professional or like equipped with whatever you need to face the future job.
I agree. Is there anything you guys want to add about like studying here in the University of Edinburgh? Like, is there any good things?
The architecture is very beautiful. I would say, like the old college, the new college, because it is a school that is built in like 1500s. So like you can see, exactly. So like you will feel yourself studying in a very historical environment, which I really admire.
In Hogwarts?
Yeah, something like that in Hogwarts. Exactly.
Medals every day too.
Yeah, the medals.
Yeah.
And also I think like the curriculum itself is very very good, and then the teacher, we love all of the teacher and also all of like the materials they're given, especially the reading list.
Wow, so many reading lists that we have to deal with every single week.
You can sound more excited. We get a
Reading list.
Are you guys reading them? Oh, like reading them? Just the required.
I'm on your side.
And also case studies every single week.
I like the case studies.
Yeah, I like it as well.
Me too.
That's my
Interactive sessions.
Very interactive session.
Okay, let's dive into the cons. Negative things you can think about.
Having to readjust my brain to become a student from a working professional.
The weather?
Yes.
No, I like the weather though. It's warm. The winter was relatively warm.
No, it's too windy for me.
I am from a state where it's very cold, and it can range from negative 30 to 30, and the coldest it got here was like negative 5. I didn't even need a winter coat. So if you like the cold, it's just windy. It does get cold, and I do get cold, but like it could be worse. So that's my answer.
It definitely depends on the people, but I can't
Yeah,
handle it.
All the Asian countries specifically.
Asian countries.
Like the very short daylight during winter is like killing me, because like when you are going to the school in the morning, it's dark, and when you finish your school and you go out, it's still dark. So it's basically dark all the whole day, all the time in winter.
That was the most depressing part I would also
Exactly. So like people who want to come to Scotland, you probably need to like prepare for some vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
And also, if you're talking about the weather, I think the weather is really unpredictable. You can see all the 4 seasons in just a single day. Rain, snow, sun,
It's sunny and rainy at the same time.
I even stopped carrying umbrellas because I feel like it's useless.
It's useless.
It's very useless.
It's too windy, so like your umbrella will just like broken. Yeah, exactly. It's not working out.
So always invest in good rain jackets if that's possible.
Wind breaker also.
Yep.
It is hilly. It's very hilly. If you're not used to that, you have like the steep ones. True. Good leg workout though.
But I think Edinburgh has almost everything. If people like hills, they want to go to hiking. People like beaches, just quiet lakes, river places, gardens, good architecture, historic museums. I think it has everything.
Yeah, it has very abundant resources. But it can also be quite costly as well. Especially like restaurants. If you like to eat outside, if you don't cook, then you might need to prepare some money for it. But if you cook, then it's fine. But if you
can save some money.
Yeah, you can still save some money if you cook yourself. But if you prefer to eat outside, then you might need to like budget yourself for a bit.
And also, I think the area around Edinburgh is very, very student friendly, and there are so many student discounts going on all around. So everybody should make use of that. And also, we have a lot of student friendly applications that you can avail discounts on. So always research before coming to Edinburgh.
Exactly.
Let's move to the next question. Is there any difficulties you have faced academically or in your daily life? Because me personally, I did. Can you like share your story?
For me, first is the language. English is not my native language, so like speaking a whole another language for 24/7 is it's very struggling. But I think when the time gets longer and you get used to it, you will get better. And then the other side is maybe homesick, because like for me it's almost impossible to like go back and forth from here to my country. So I need to like be away from my family or from my friends for at least a year, and it can be very struggling because like I sometimes miss them. I miss the food, I miss the weather, I miss my bed. And I would also say the winter for me is struggling as well, because I'm from a tropical country, so I'm more used to warmth and heat instead of cold and wet. So it's the three things that I struggle a lot.
And also, I would like to ask, how did you handle that?
For winter, I can't really handle that. I just kind of get used to it, but I do a lot of supplement. And for my friends and family, I FaceTime them, I text them almost every day. And for language, just practice a lot. And I'm pretty lucky because I have 3 English flatmates who is from here, like locals. So I get to like really talk to them or like speak with them or like learn language from them, which is really nice.
So as for me, I have a health issue from before I come to Edinburgh. I have knee injury. So I think NHS system here is it's troubling us, right? You find it troubling? The medical system here is you have to be very, very patient with them, and I find a trick to handle it. So to get an appointment with the GP, you just call right at 8 o'clock, so you can find if there is a slot in that day, or if they cannot put you in an appointment that day, they will have you the appointment like the next day. But I think for some part of like issues like my knee injury, I have to wait like months for it, and I don't have the solution to it. Because I think we all face it, right? The healthcare system here is very
Absolutely.
You can understand.
And maybe academically, I think have to write essays into 2,000 words, and have to try to understand what they want from us on each essay. It's a bit difficult, but I think we all can manage it. Thankfully, by now, right? And as if in the social life, I think during winter I have to adjust the my praying, because it's unlike when I back in Indonesia, we have like such a certain time to pray, but here because it's depending on the time of the sun. So one day in the winter time, I find it very packed that I have to have 3 times to pray at around 2 hours. But here in Edinburgh, we don't have that kind of pause time to do that, so I have to sneak in. But I think the professor and also the lecturer all are very generous and then very accommodating, so I can go and out and in to do the praying. And I think and maybe homesick. And I find it, if you know, is simple plan, the jet lag. So you say good morning when it's midnight. Because of the time difference from here in and Indonesia is almost like 6 to 7 hours. That's when I say hello. Over there is morning. Here is still midnight.
I think mine are pretty similar except language to Vivian's. I get homesick a lot, but then I make sure I give my family video calls every day. And also, I think I miss the food and my culture, but I think it's pretty accommodating. And you know, if you get to motivate yourself that it's just a year. So and the time really passes by very quickly over here. It's just the end of second semester and we're like, oh, it just started. So yes, there are struggles, and specifically people from India, they really struggle with the conversion rates. They are huge differences. So few months you just come and it takes time for you to adjust because you kind of convert everything and everything feels like super expensive. But then once you start earning or you get a part-time, so I think it becomes really manageable. That is what happened with me. And otherwise the depressing winter days, they were slightly short, but finally they got over, and I'm very happy with the spring incoming.
Finally.
The summer's kicking in, so yes, I'm very hopeful that it would be a much better environment now.
I think it's a little bit cheaper here for me, or at least like some of the things I buy are coming off a lot cheaper. And then like culture shock, like seeing a lot of old buildings everywhere was really different and new for me, as well as just like the type of foods that are everywhere, like cafes on every corner, barber shops on every corner. I'm not used to seeing that. And then the other thing that was kind of an adjustment was I used to live by myself, and here, while I have my own bedroom and bathroom, I share like a kitchen and common area with 9 other people because I'm in student accommodation, which is great. It's going along really well. I knew what I was getting myself into, but there are times I'm like, oh, I miss my old place. I miss my car driving everywhere. I look at Google Maps and it's like a 45-minute walk, a 20-minute bus ride, and a 10-minute drive, and I'm like, but that just means I'm walking and taking the bus everywhere, so it's healthy.
Yes. I have 2 more questions about the future plans so far. If you guys have any advice for someone who's watching this.
So I think after graduation, I will probably go back to my country, and I want to find a job in the HR field, which also in a multinational company, because I feel like in a multinational company you get to see a lot of whole different full function HR, which makes more of the opportunity for me to try on different things. And I would recommend people who want to study abroad, when you get here and settle down, go find your friend, go social, go have not only study but also like enjoy this environment and also these resources that the university gave you, as well as finding your own belonging or your comfort zone. It's way better when you have someone with you to explore this university as well as the country.
For me, I will go back to Indonesia, and currently I'm like in the study leave, so I have to go back to the country and then serve as the civil servant. And I want to continue my career into the permanent lecturer. So Bismillah. So like after this master, I want to pursue like PhD program. Wow. Right now, I also serve as the adjunct lecturer, so I want to pursue it into the permanent lecturer. That's why I want to continue to the PhD program. And also, my advice for you all is like just enjoy your time while you are in the university, and then yes, just Vivian said, have some friends also.
Okay, so my future plan is, just getting a good placement in one of my dream organizations. Also, a quick advice for people coming into Edinburgh: ask for help whenever you need. People are really good over here and always happy to help, and always do connect with alumni because they are a great support of any source of information that you might need, and anything that would help you. You might or might not know that at the beginning, but it would really.
And then for me, I am currently looking for jobs in HR in this city, so fingers crossed I find something. And then any advice I would have for people looking to come here is just come here. It's fun. Keep an open mind and say yes to things that you wouldn't usually do just so you can experience and try new things.
Thank you so much, guys, for today.
Thank you
so much. This is the end of the video. If there's any question, please leave the comments, and then see you on my next video. Stay tuned for my more study abroad tips.